The rebuild has certainly started in earnest. 6,000 houses built last year. 72 new bars, restaurants and cafes have opened in the last year, and we've increased the number of hotels that we have operating. We had only 8 following the earthquake. We used to have 39, so we had a long way to go. We now have 22.
The last time I was in Christchurch, I was forced to sleep in my rental car because there was no space in the airport terminal. And I'm told that this situation is still playing out. What steps are being taken to address the accommodation problem?
It's about to improve, and certainly in terms of accommodation around the airport. We have a company that's building a 260-room facility right on the airport, and that's going to solve a lot of that problem of people feeling they have to sleep in the terminal.
Some critics say the pace of rebuild in Christchurch has been really slow.
I think what people don't understand about earthquakes is that you have to repair all the underground infrastructure, and we're New Zealand's second largest city. 60% of those repairs are complete. 95% of those repairs are complete in the CBD, but it really hasn't been possible to start construction of large buildings until that process has been completed. And the efforts to complete that have been intense. Every day up to 70 crews are out in the streets underground actually fixing that infrastructure.
The rebuild is going to continue to take a bit more time. What is the total bill going to be for this?
When it started out in 2011, it was slated as being 9 billion, so I think 40 is about it, and I think that's pretty accurate. I think we know the scale of these projects now.
You've been travelling around the region trying to drum up investment into Christchurch. How's that going?
Asian investors have had an active long-term interest in building hotels in New Zealand. Because of the shortage, we now have the highest room rates in New Zealand, we have the highest occupancy rates. We've done quite a bit of financial testing, and we can see that hotels can perform well and certainly get a rate of return in the long term of between 11 and 15% is the range that we're working in. And it really is talking that through with international investors and say, look, we don't have the capital available to replace some of these buildings. We need assistance from the rest of New Zealand and from overseas.